So the pleasure in being a slow reader or reading slowly. I read slowly all the time because I am a slow reader. And whenever I try and force myself to speed up, my comprehension drops so rapidly that there's no pleasure in the text. So I just figure that's how I am. I'm going to go with it. But it turns out it's really great. Because even when I was a child, I recognized that the slow reading was a very thorough reading. And the page itself, not only did it have words on it, but it had spaces and it had the margin. So the spaces would allow you, like snakes and ladders, passage up to the sentence you had just read, or down, looking downward to a word that is coming your way. And then if you hit an image that you really liked, you would just avert your eyes over to the nice, soft, pillowy, edge of the page, and you would rest your eyes in that blank space, and then you'd move it back in, dolly in, and continue reading. Hence, it takes me a long time to read a book. But when I finish a book, it's as though I've consumed it with a marrow spoon. Everything is out of that book, and I love it. And as a result, I remember coming to the conclusion that when I finished a book, and I would put it down at night, because I'd always save the last chapter for bed, and I'd put it down, and then the next morning, of course, when you wake up, the book's the same, you never are. Then the book is like a virus in you, moving around through your imagination all day long, the next day, and then before long you're like, oh, it's beginning to fade, time for a new book. Sometimes I think people are afraid to mention that they're slow readers, because I think sometimes they think I'm a slow reader, therefore I'm a slow thinker, therefore I'm slow. And that's just not true. I think people are very thorough, and they like to chew on it for a while. They like to imagine it. I like to see the book. It's not just enough to read it. And this isn't the Evelyn Wood speed reading contest where you only read the center words in a page, which I was taught how to do as a child, and that befuddled me entirely. And it made reading the same thing as eating cardboard for nutrition. It was awful. So I don't want anybody to feel as though they're slow, therefore they're behind. They aren't.